Chrom puts Incineroar into the blender until he's off stage, and now suddenly you have to get off of the ledge against Chrom, which is just not a good feeling.
See, like, Incineroars in 2021 scare me. Like, if anybody who's still playing this character in 2021, like, I'm terrified to be off stage against against somebody who plays this character still.
Yeah.
Incineroar sucks. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely like the kind to just sort of get kind of circle camped a little bit. You see Phat just sort of playing in his own corner a little bit, waiting for Radda to get a little bit too comfortable, and then immediately just takes advantage of all of that movement speed and dashes in and breaks space.
Yeah. And Phat seems to be playing this one well. Definitely like using movement to bait out more laggier options from Radda, which you can then punish with just Chrom's natural explosiveness.
Yeah, the range at which Phat could be playing is just extremely safe compared to that of Radda. You can definitely just move and run circles around Incineroar.
Yeah, I mean, Chrom can be tough just because of the speed, but you got to keep in mind that Chrom can't really hold a lead not engaging. Like, they have some good distance and stuff like that, but they don't have a single projectile. So what really comes down to is if Radda is able to kind of keep their composure and just kind of hope that Phat starts to get too aggressive. Like, if you go in with a game plan against Incineroar and you stick to that game plan, you should be just fine. But as soon as Phat goes off stage, Radda should be exploiting Chrom's very awful recovery time and time again, especially that up special. Just got to throw out that revenge and just take your time from there.
Yeah. And go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I feel like there's just some strange commitment to some movement options. We're starting to see like really like unsafe wavelands from both players, and as a result, they lose a lot of positionality as a result.
That was so tight.
21% though, just on that one Alolan or Darkest Lariat. Oh, okay, great air dodge. If they did not air dodge there and opted for the recovery, it just would have been wash, rinse, and repeat until that Chrom was dead for sure.
Yeah, if you have a counter, like a revenge system, anything like that against Chrom's recovery, he is almost always dead, so it's important to be able to utilize air dodge when you need it. I feel like right now Radda is just playing really second beat. They're waiting a lot for, Phat to overcommit to a button, and they always get in as a result.
Okay, well, let's see where these two go from here. Okay, gonna be going for the Aether. Won't be able to connect at all. And the problem here now is that Radda is sitting with full rage. So, I mean, a couple hits should be putting Phat in a really tough spot. 57%. A grab here could be huge. Recovery. Oh, he didn't go for the revenge. Unfortunate.
And you have to know when you're going to challenge that move because it really comes down quickly. And it like if you're still caught in startup, it's not going to matter whatever you're trying to do. That's a big amount of stage control. Not quite a stock yet. Oh, but you got caught in the paw. He got caught sticking his green hand paw out there. Where are you going? Where are you going?
To the bottom blast zone, apparently. I'm not really sure what happened there. I don't think Radda had intended to fall like that. They probably wanted to go for revenge.
Saw
in that
Penny
position.
on the ground. Oh no! Where are you going?
Oh my God,
That's
Radda,
so
what
petty.
are you doing, man? You're absolutely throwing this game away. That's super fortunate. Well, could potentially find a way to take the stock here, even up at one stock apiece, but they are not taking advantage of using that revenge. If you use a counter on Chrom when they're trying to up special, it's only a matter of time until they just can't make it back. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was tragic.
Big dash attack. Okay. Now this is close, but it shouldn't be.
Right.
Yeah, Phat was able just to steal a whole stock for themselves. Radda, like, again, not really respecting the range too much, but then also didn't time like any other option, so they just kind of ended up getting swept in there. So hopefully they'll be able to clean that up a little bit. Excellent extension from Radda, or excuse me, from Phat, able to get a bit of damage onto the board.
Okay, there we go. Just trying to go for a back here, trying to really find a way to secure that stock. Not going to be able to find it, though. I do think Radda needs to stay aggressive while on stage, though. Don't be going off stage. Chrom's got some crazy stuff. You get caught up in a Chromicide, especially at this percentage. I mean, you kind of just, you almost threw the game away already, so you could still potentially do that.
Phat's already displayed that he doesn't even need to Chrom aside. Radda will like willingly do the job for him. Okay, gets the breakout. I think that was probably on purpose to force this ledge get up.
Yeah, it's definitely a viable option, especially for characters that tend to have some recoveries that aren't exactly the greatest.
Yeah.
Right now, I really like Radda's patience. You know, they're not overextending off stage, going for any unsafe edge codes. They're just like, hey, I'm not confident in my edge coding right now. I'm just going to stick to ledge trapping. That's what I can probably excel in. Finds that side, but yeah. You know, it's quite the menacing option. Just dead from center stage like that.
Yeah, the
And I
game
think
should
that-
not have been that close, but Radda's still gonna be able to find a victory, even though they kind of had an oopsie whoopsie on that second stock.
Yeah. And I think that like there was a lot in that game of like Phat running in and rolling back, like as opposed to like using a lot of rolls into their into their neutral movement. And it seemed like Radda was starting to Radda was definitely like not engaging and definitely playing the matchup that you want to see in Incineroar, playing that matchup like sitting on top platform, making Chrom come to him, which like Chrom still has strong options doing that, but not strong enough that you want to be like running into Chrom instead. And I think the amount of data that Radda was able to acquire and download during those periods of non-interaction were what made him confident enough to go for that like seemingly raw side B, like in a last stock, last hit situation.
Yeah, that's just like confidence from your own positioning, recognizing, hey, what are the times that, you know, my opponents would go for the dashbacks? When are the times they're going to try to jump out of shield?
All right, well, you're going to be getting into this game 2 here. Should be interesting to see how this all plays out. Don't know what stage is going to be coming up, but I'm ready for some more WrestleCat. Let me tell you, I don't know about you guys, but I had a wonderful time this past Juice Box. We had SkyJ coming out, killing it, getting second place with Incineroar. I was in absolute heaven. What a fun tournament to be casted for, man. I love Incineroar. This cat sucks, but I love playing this cat.
This cat sucks, and so do I.
Oh, man.
And Skiff, how do you feel about the choice of color for Incineroar right now?
I think all Incineroar's colors are beautiful in their own way. He is just a big, hulking, strong cat who is just beautiful, just kind of bad.
Would you say that he's real and strong and he's your friend?
I would absolutely consider Incineroar all 3 of those things, but not while he was revealed in Pokemon. I liked the design, but I wasn't that big on it. But the way Sakurai incorporated this character gave him so much personality,
so
100%.
much life,
so much life,
so much zazz, as the Simpsons would say.
What was that situation?
Nobody wants their first stock. They say, this stock stinks. It's for the birds. I'm done with it. Let's go to second stock already. And they both shook hands and said, okay, I'll go on 3, 2, 1, now.
All right, well, let's see how these two continue to find their way around each other. We're going to be able to get that. What? There's just a lot of.
I feel like a lot just happened that I won't even begin to, process with that one.
Well, here we go. Back to what we were seeing in the first game. You know, a little bit of Phat on ledge and Radda just waiting to get some more hits in. There we go. That was beautiful. What an amazing reverse aerial there. Just to get him off stage, put on that more damage and stuff too. Radda's playing fantastic here.
Yeah, Radda's conversions off stray hits, and also just like the universal character execution things, like the way that Radda took first stock game 1 with like an instant ledge grab into fall off nair. Like Radda's execution is actually insane. Like playing very, very tight.
You know, Radda's movement is really, really solid. They're just spacing themselves constantly on a lot of Phat's hitboxes, but Phat was able to finally find that opening, get a bit of damage onto the blade again. And I feel like Phat's not really always looking at Radda's positioning when they do try to commit for those down smashes, because they're trying to read a roll despite Radda just being in a completely different part of the stage in that moment.
Back airs out of nowhere.
Lars reverse aerials. Oh, that's it. That's it. Game over. Oh, baby. Radda ending it with absolute style, gimmicking the hell out of Phat, just making this cat look like something special, man.
Jeez. As soon as Radda got a little bit of momentum, they just went all the way with it so quickly. Stocks just disappear against Incineroar, you know.
Well, the way I've always described it is that Incineroar thrives if your opponent is nervous at all, and then there's a struggle. If there are a scramble, if both players are scrambling, Incineroar is very good at coming out on top on a scramble. But if your opponent is able to compose themselves and like not let the wildness of a giant wrestling tiger get the best of them, then like it's very easy to just kind of keep Incineroar contained. But as we saw there, man, Phat was showing a lot of respect to Radda, and Radda just ran away with that.
Yeah. It's that was like, and this is what, the first thing I said when we saw Incineroar is I don't trust Incineroar players in 2021. I'm scared of all of them, because if you've taken all the bumps and bruises of the last, like, what, 2 years,
There's and there's something that still keeps you coming back for more.
Yeah.
You know something that we don't, and you also might need a hug, because I hope you're doing okay.
No. You do not want a hug from Incineroar.